Greetings, YouTube. The doctor is in. Dr. Urias Papers here, coming at you with another commentary on a live stream for Marvel Contest of Champions. And let's see if we're live. Oh, I don't know. Nope, that is not what I wanted. Nope. Skip. Go away. That is not what I wanted. That's what I want. All right, we got a Dick's Sporting Goods. Dick's, you can sponsor me anytime. That would be great. All right, here we go. All right. Looks like we're good. Let's get some housekeeping stuff done. We are going to make a video while we are streaming. Kind of Prof Hoff style. That's the way he does it and has done it in the past. All right, CD keys. Ooh, that looks like they're selling games. Okay. Got it. And one more here. Okay. And all right, there we are. We're back here. Are we back here? We're back here. Yes, we are. Okay. Awesome. That's great. All right. Well, we got something to drop today. Summoners Fest. So, how do you contribute? How do you get points? All of that. So, I think we're going to start out. We're going to make a video, and we're going to talk about that. So, I think that is going to be the goal for tonight. So let's go here, and we are going to hit the record button and say my stuff, and then we're going to make a video. Greetings, YouTube. The doctor is in. Dr. Urias Papers here, coming at you with another commentary on Marvel Contest of Champions. And we got some new stuff that dropped today in the game. If you go to your all events, you'll see Summoners Fest show up. So we're going to be talking about that, what it means, what rewards you can get, how you get them, how you get points, all the stuff. Lots to talk about, lots to go over. Don't go anywhere and stay tuned. All right, so let's get into it. Here it is right here. You can see there's already points in here. And so a lot of good stuff in here. Looks like there's some loyalty. There's quite a bit of glory. There's some Summoner Fest signature choice selectors. Like, ooh, there's a 7-star, some Sig Stones. There was another one over here. What's this one? A Summoners Fest Crystal Shard selector. So that looks like some 7-star shards, things like that. And looks like it is basically the same all the way up till we eventually get to about right here. So Summoner voted champion tune-up. So we're going to get a vote to tune up a champion. Summoners can vote on a future champion tune-up. Voting date to be announced after the Realm event ends, which is in 64 days and 16 hours. And what is the box over here? Summoners Fest Signature Choice Selector. So that's more Sig Stones, some more loyalty. And then we're getting multiple boxes now of all of these selectors and things. We're getting another vote. That's good. And then we're getting a title. There's a Battle Realm Blazer title out of this. And then there is a icon. Is there a special thing? Summoners Fest Signature Choice Selectors. So a bunch of emotes, things like that. And then finally, at 18 billion points, that's a lot. That is a lot. 18 billion points, we're getting our first crystal. A 6-star Nexus Hero crystal. Then we're going into another vote and some Tier 6 class Catalyst Fragment selectors, some Deathless Sig Stones, some Arcade Game Stones, another vote, and then at what it looks like, then we change over here to Tier 4 Alpha at, where is that? 23 billion points. Wow, Kabam really thinks we're going to go far in this. And then finally, we got some Sig Stones and a 7-star at 27 billion points is when we're going to see our first thing. And there are some Tier 7 basic catalyst fragments here as well. Then we've got a Patriot or MODOK 7-star champion selector. So I guess that's okay. More votes. I like this. Some 7-star Awakening Gem shards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Looks like there's enough in here for a fully formed 7-star Awakening Gem. And then we're getting some Titan shards. So a lot of good stuff in here. Now, how do you get points? That is a good question. It looks like to me that we are going to have to do a whole bunch of battleground stuff. Complete the Win 1 Victory Track or Gladiator Circuit match in Battlegrounds objective. Complete the Win 2 in the objective. And those are the special objectives, by the way. So if you're wondering where those are, they are normally in here, in these special objectives. There's a Battlegrounds off-season right now because we're in the off-season, but those are normally in there. And then complete Win 3 in the Victory Track or Gladiator Circuit matches in the Battleground objectives. And then we've got achieve Bronze, Silver, Gold, Platinum. I wonder if we're going to get point, because you can't get these right now because we're not in a Battleground season. But like I start very late in the thing. Like I think I'm Vibranium when I start. So I wonder if they're going to give me a bunch of points all the way down to Vibranium. Collect and those are all worth thousands of points. Now, if we go back to the rewards, you'll see in here there are minimums. 500 point minimum, 1,000 point minimum. So I don't get any of these rewards right now because I don't have the minimum points. But as soon as I get those minimum points and we hit those achievements of, like we've already hit 50 million points, I have to get 1,000 points to get those rewards. So, which I think I can do, but for these achieve Vibranium in Battlegrounds, we can't do that right now because we're not in a season. Then we go to raids, so collect a final boss raid chest, collect a mini boss nightmare raid chest, collect a mini boss raid chest, so that's 1,000 points right there. Collect milestone 3 of the daily super event, so that's 485 points. Is it 465 points? I'm sorry, 465 points every single day. So for 64 days, that at a minimum, just that right there, let's get the calculator out. So that at a minimum, 465 times 65 is 30,000 points right there. So that'll get you 30,000 points just by collecting milestone 3 of the daily super event. And so where does 30,000 points get us in the rewards? That gets us all the way up to milestone 14 at 1 billion points. So that gets you pretty far. Let's see. So we got that, and then we've got complete a quest in the monthly Valiant Gauntlet, July and August. We can't do that yet because that hasn't come out. Complete a solo objective in the upcoming August meta event. Can't do that because it's obviously not August. Complete a zone in the Fantastic Force Incursion Saga Sector. 1,000 points. Can't do that yet. Complete a path in the Dark Phoenix Alliance War Encounter Showcase. Can't do that yet because that hasn't. So all this stuff hasn't come out yet. Fully explore Dark Phoenix Alliance. We haven't done that. Complete an August special quest solo objective. We can't do that because it's not August. And then collect a Twitch drop during the July or August live stream. Okay, so I hope that's not a lot. I mean, that doesn't seem like it's a lot, anything recurring. So to get all of these rewards, we're going to have to get up to 285,000 points. There is definitely not 285,000 points in here. Like I said, just with the daily super event, that's 30,000 points for these days because we can only do that once a day. This other stuff, I guess it says complete a quest. So once you've completed it, it's done. So I'm not sure how we're going to get all these points. Hopefully they'll have some other things we can get in here. But complete Battleground solo objectives, victory track placement, alliance quest raids, daily super events, and other special content to earn points for this event. Achieve event milestones to get rewarded. So I guess we'll go through that and we'll find out. So, all right, well, that is the video I got for everybody. I hope everybody enjoyed, and I will catch everybody later. All right, we're back to the stream. Back to the stream. Not too many people on. Let's see who we got on here. We got a few. I'm on in an off time. I'm normally not on Mondays. And all right, so we're going to start. I already started this Alliance quest. And we can't do Alliance War right now. We can place heroes, but I'm not really going to do that. And I want to see where I'm ranked right now. 2,198. So I'm about ready to go back into the below the top 200. So there isn't a lot to do right now, and I don't think we're getting a new side quest this Wednesday. Let's take a look. Let me move this over here. And normally they put this in the forums and also in the news. So let's take a look at that and see if that's coming out. Okay. So let me get rid of that, and then we'll bring it back up again. All right, so we got news here. So here's the latest. Summoners Fest is coming. Okay, that happened. Saga Incursions, that starts when? That starts on July 8th. So that is the first thing we're going to be able to do is this. This comes out tomorrow. Okay. The High Evolutionary, the Maker, Alliance Quest, Raids Month. When does Raid start? Enlistment Live, June 30th. Season 6 Raids, Monday, July 7th. I didn't really even see that. Raid Month. Bosses. Okay, I haven't even really seen. So I don't see raids right now. This is an Alliance quest. It's not a raid. All right. Well, I guess we'll have to figure it out. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's basically it. They really didn't say a whole lot. Recruitment Squad Builder. And this doesn't start until the 16th, and this is going to be the side quest for this month. So, and they went over it. It's very long and complicated. It looks like it's going to be some fun, but it was a new format that was long and complicated, and I'm sure people are going to complain that it's too complicated. Let's see. Fantastic Force Recruit. Heatwave. We just did that. Release notes. New champions, squad builder, recruitment event quest. When does he? Nobody's perfect. Is that in here? I don't think that's in here at this point. So let's go to the forums and let's see. Stream recap. Okay. Valiant EQ starts Wednesday. So that starts Wednesday. Is Black Panther Civil War 6-star worth leveling up? No. I'll just put that out there. That's a hard no. Side quest is the new squad builder. Okay. Format, la la la. Valiant EQ comes out this Wednesday. So we'll be able to get some points for the Summoner event then. And then Summerfest. Saga Incursions also starts on Wednesday. AW Showcase starts on Wednesday. So some of this stuff does start. We'll be able to start getting some points. Raid starts today, apparently. I didn't know that. I didn't see the raid happen today. So, okay. I didn't see anything about a raid today. It is the 7th today, and we're in Alliance Quest. Maybe we didn't do a raid. All right, let's beat him. Maybe we didn't do a raid, which is unfortunate. What are some good 6 stars? I'm trying to really get into MCOC. What are some I should look out for? Hercules, number 1 for account building. Absolutely Hercules. So let's go through this. Let me fight this fight here real quick, and we can visit that and go through that. Okay, let's knock this guy down. And do. And I guess my first question, this guy's gonna hit me with a special here pretty soon. There he goes. My first question is, what is your progression title? Because that has a lot to do with it. Because, and when I say that, let me go to the home, and if you click this little thing up here, so let me go back and I'll put the arrow out there so you can see it. It's this little thing right here. You click that thing, that will tell you your progression title. So I am Valiant. And that has a lot to do with your account. So this is my account. These are my 7 stars. You're asking what are some good 6 stars. Definitely Hercules. So let's go to 6 stars. Hercules is Absolute, Kitty Pryde, Cosmic Ghost Rider, Black Widow. And Black Widow Clairvoyant is only available as a 6-star right now, and she's still good. I'm Cavalier. Okay, got it. Omega Sentinel, like a good anti... let's go through the classes. That's a better way to look at this. So a good science, I would say for a 6-star, Spider-Ham and Scorpion and Human Torch. Those 3, those are good ones. Scorpion is not available as a 7-star right now, so that's a really good one. But Spider-Ham, Scorpion, Human Torch. Human Torch is the ultimate anti-mystic champion. But also, because I have some down here that I haven't ranked it because I have a 7 stars. Photon, awesome. Photon is truly awesome. Let's see who else. Overseer's pretty good, but he needs to be high sig level. Luke Cage is awesome. Red Guardian is awesome. The Hulk is awesome. Count Nefaria. So I would say number 1 out of science is probably Photon and Count Nefaria. And then from there, I would go with Spider-Ham, Scorpion, and Human Torch. For skill, Nick Fury absolutely will change your account if you have him, especially as a 6-star. Aegon, just because Aegon is almost required for some material that you do, some endgame material that you go through. Mole Man is still awesome. Atuma's great. Shang-Chi is awesome. Kingpin is probably one of the better ones, and he is only available as a 6-star. So that's something to keep in mind as well. And then I don't think I've got any down here that are decent. Chi-Elf is pretty good. Atuma's good, but definitely Nick Fury is my number 1. And then in 6 stars, probably followed very closely behind that, is Kingpin and Shang-Chi. All right, Mutant. Mutant 6 stars. Onslaught, definitely. Red Magneto. Red Magneto is not available as a 7-star right now. He's great. Toad, another one that is not available as a 7-star right now. Another great one as a 6-star. Bishop is another good one. Kitty Pryde, of course, who is not available as a 7-star either. Iceman's good. Negasonic, Storm. Colossus is good. I don't think I have anybody down here. So those are pretty good ones. I would say out of this, Onslaught, Red Magneto, Toad, and Bishop are the ones you should be looking for. And then out of Cosmic, Hercules is an account changer. If you can get him and get him awakened, get him high sig, he will change your account. He will allow you to go from Cavalier to Paragon, at least Paragon. But in addition to that, Cosmic Ghost Rider is awesome. Hulkling is another one that's awesome. Gallon is another one that's awesome. Angela is another account changer. Apocalypse needs a better sig ability, though. Yeah, Apocalypse sucks. He back in the day, he was pretty good. He's not great now. Vox is great. Null is great, and I don't really have anybody else down here. I've got a Dark Phoenix. A Scream is really good. I would say for changing your account and account progression, Hercules, Cosmic Ghost Rider, Hulkling, and Angela. Those are big ones. All right, for tech, Nimrod, I would say in this is probably close to number one. He is not available as a 7-star right now. In addition to that, Ironheart, Prowler, Guardian is a great one as well. Infamous Iron Man. So all the guys that I have in this top row and second row are great. Ghost is not available as a 7-star right now, and she's still very good as a 6-star. Stark Spidey over here. Arcade is great. I don't have anybody else down here that Bastion. There's a really good one. That's another good one, is Bastion. And then for Mystic, Doctor Doom, not available as a 7-star. Black Widow, Clairvoyant, not available as a 7-star. So those are really good choice 6-stars. Tigra, Kushala, Purgatory. Rintra, it's awesome. Absorbing Man is awesome. Juggernaut is awesome. Symbiote Supreme is still very awesome. Sasquatch is another good one. And I don't think I've got anybody down here. Enchantress is okay. Spiral is awesome. So I would say out of these guys, account changing, Juggernaut, Doctor Doom, Black Widow, Clairvoyant, and Rintra. Those would be account changes. So hopefully that helps. But those guys are all kind of account changing characters. Why did we not see the raid here? I don't understand that. I guess we skipped out on the raid, but it looks like Wednesday we're going to be able to do... Let's see here. How long does the Battlegrounds preseason last? Okay, Wednesday we should be able to do Battlegrounds. So all of these points for Battlegrounds should open up. Thanks, I wrote down everything you said. Awesome, that's great. You can always go back and watch the stream over again too, and listen to this part, and you'll be able to get it. So we'll be able to do all that. I'm going to do the milestone tonight for Daily Super. And then it looks like we'll be able to do some of this other stuff. Starting the Fantastic Force incursions. Complete a zone. Okay. That seems pretty easy. That seems like it's a lot of points. So we'll be able to do that too. Okay. All right. So let's get into Arena because we need to do Arena. And I'm on 7-star rank 1s for the first part of Arena now. I have decided that that's what we're going to do here from now on. So I had, let's see, I had Hulkbuster down here. He is now gone, awakened, and he's a rank 3. So we're going to go here. All right. So we'll do that. We'll do that, and that's what we're going to do. Okay, there we go. And boom, boom. And he's gone. Look at that. That was fast. All right. That was a sandbag. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Oh, I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. 1, 2. She's gone. Okay, good. All right. Excellent. Excellent. And with this one, I'm just trying to buy time. So I wait till the parry timer, the well-timed block timer, is almost gone. And that buys me time. And then I get my first debuff. And then we're going to put our second debuff on. There it is. And he hit me. And we've got 2 now. And there's the last one. Okay. So that's kind of how you play Void. You just kind of want to you want to run the clock out a lot. Because that allows you to get all your debuffs on. All right, let's see who is next here. We're going to do... I need to get Purgatory ranked up. Bad. Very bad. I think we're going to do Shocker. And I just got Yelena Barova. She's pretty nasty. So we're going to... This is it. This is all we're doing. CX7 is the GOAT. It's been a while. What's going on? How are you doing? 1, 2, 3, 4. Medium. 1, 2, 3, 4. Medium. She's going to take him out. Okay. It's been going good. It's been going awesome. All right. So we're going to build up our charges here. So you build these charges up as you hit. Okay, I want him to do that. And then you just blast. Boom. And he's gone. Okay. That's what the stun is for. You blast him. And I haven't really played her very much. Okay, there's a bleed. That looks like... Those look like instant bleeds. And, oh, wow. Her combo meter just skyrockets. And she's got a pierce, too. Okay. So I'm going to have to play around with her. She's not awakened, so I don't really want to mess around with that too much. But I saw that instant bleed. All right, we're going to do Storm. We'll do Spot, and we'll do Gallon. And Gallon's not awakening. There's another one I've got to get. If I get an Awakening Gem for Cosmic, he's going up. That one's going all the way to rank 4 immediate, and when I can. All right, so that's what we're going to do. Heavy this out to get the pause. Oh, I didn't get any extras. All right, this guy should be done. Yep. She just does so much damage. Nice. Okay, this is going to hurt. Yep, okay. Boom, done. Let's see here. What's the best way to defeat Act 622 Mr. Sinister? I believe you really need to have somebody that has a heal block. But we'll look at that here in a second. Let me get through this. We want to get 100 here. Okay, I'm going to back up now. Okay, I want to parry her. There we go. Boom. And then this gives me an unblockable. There we go. Should I be opening the featured crystal or the normal ones? Probably the normal ones right now. The featured ones cost too much. Okay. So let's do one thing at a time. Act 622. Act 1. Book 1. Act 6. 2. This guy right here. 2-2. Okay. Mr. Sinister. And I remember he was not fun at the time. Prey on the Weak. Defender gains 5% of the max power each time a buff is nullified or expires on the attacker. Genetic Perfection. Mr. Sinister begins the fight with 3 random passive. And then the defender has a 50% chance to inflict poison when struck, dealing. So you do want to have a poison immune champ for this one. And the attacker's crit damage is doubled. However, if damage from a crit exceeds 5% of the defender's max health, or the attacker lands 4 or more guaranteed crits throughout the fight, the attacker suffers an incinerate. You shouldn't worry about that. I don't think that's a big deal. But really, it's this poison. You don't want that, and he heals a lot. So, some good champs that are poison immune that do heal blocks. So Bastion doesn't do a heal block. Lady Deathstrike does. That's one, and she's not poison immune, but she's super poison resistant. Omega Sentinel can also do a heal block. And I think that's it for these guys, for those two. And they are pretty resistant to heal. Out of Science, which is another good one, Abomination he's not immune to poison, but he is super resistant to poison. And he will put poisons on that can reverse some of that stuff. The rest of it, not really. Not really any of that. Not really any of that. Not really any of that. And not really any of that. I mean, your best bet, I would say, is probably Lady Deathstrike. Now, the problem with Mr. Sinister is she's going to put a bunch of ruptures on Mr. Sinister, and if he special ones you, he's going to transfer all those over to you. So you want to bait out a special 2. Not a special 1, a special 2. And that might put a concussion on you, but that's okay. Because if you bait out the special 1, whether he hits you or not, you're gonna get blasted with all that stuff. So, all right, let's keep going here. Did I get something? All right, I have 0 points in the Summoner's Fest right now. 0 points, right? Oh, so I only get this if I collect the 3rd. So we still have 0 points. And I think that's where everybody's getting their points right now. Okay, so let's get this done, and then we'll collect all of our points. And let's see. Dexter says, should I be opening the featured 6-star crystals or the normal ones? I would open the normal ones. Right now, there's plenty of champs in the base pool that you can use that will push your account forward, that will get you your progression title that you want. You said you were Cavalier, so the next one is Thronebreaker. And then Paragon after that. All those champs are good. The featured ones are essentially too expensive for you right now. So you'll get more for your bang if you use the normal ones. All right, I think we're going to do that, and that. Okay. So that's my advice at this point in the game. I wouldn't switch over to any of the featured stuff until maybe Paragon. Come on. Come on. Come on. Here she goes, fine. Alright, there we go. That was good. That was good. Is 6-star stone better than... there are different reasons for both of those champs. Storm does a ton of damage, and she has a passive parry, whereas Diablo can do a bunch of poison damage, and he's the healing god of the game. Really, dude. He is the absolute healing god of the game. And I have him as a rank 3 7-star, Awakened. Let's back up. Oh, what was that? I saw the screen pause and flicker. That was really different. He's gonna bleed out. Okay. So there are different reasons for both of those champs. Let's take a look at them. Champion. And I have Storm as a 7-star right now. I have her as a 6-star too, but I'm trying to get her Awakened. Champion info. All right, so she's got Conduit. Launching a special attack grants 1 Storm prowess buff per level. So that, you don't really need that. That you don't need. So she's immune to shock. That's okay. She gets these prowess buffs. They're awesome. If a skill opponent purifies a stun debuff, it is replaced with a passive stun lasting 2 seconds. That's a really important ability. And then I always just go in for the special 2, and she just does a ton of damage. Now, Diablo is different because, where is he at? There he is. Because he's got, so he does some extra damage when he is, and he has some damage reduction when he is Awakened. But the big thing is incoming poisons effects suffer 100% potency, minus 100% potency, meaning that if you have Liquid Courage on, he's not immune to poison, but he doesn't take any damage from it, and willpower will trigger and go. Let's see. Is an Awakened 6-star Phoenix better than 6-star? No. I'm not a big fan of Phoenix, and I'm not a big fan of the new Phoenix either, to be honest. I think Storm's better. All right, let's get back into this here. We're going to choose Howard the Suck. We'll take Gwenpool, and we'll take the leader. So I get up to win streak 7 on this, and then I switch over to my top guys. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the new Phoenix. Wow, why did he do that all of a sudden? Let's get this going here. Okay, good. Excellent. My Storm looks different than yours. There's 2 different Storms, by the way. There's Storm, and then there's Storm Pyramid X. And that might be why. And Storm is better than Storm Pyramid X. There are multiple forms of champions in this game. I shouldn't have done that. All right, he's going to blast me now. Okay, he's heal reversed. Come on, dude. Ah, I shouldn't have done that. Man, he's going to take me out. Nope. Ah, he's done. Yeah, I'm done. That was a poor fight. Let's see here. Let's make sure we get... Okay. So... champions. There are 2 different Storms. There is this Storm, which is Storm Pyramid X. And then there is this Storm, which is the classic Storm. The classic Storm, in my opinion, is actually better than the Storm Pyramid X. So I would leave Storm Pyramid X alone. She is okay. She's good for one champion in the game. And she is the ultimate counter for Annihilus. And beyond that, she's just okay. All right, I have a Phoenix. Let's use the Phoenix. And we'll use Dark Phoenix. And I'll use Falcon, too. So these guys are all awake, and I haven't gotten them up yet, so... Oh, we got 8 likes, I think. So let's see if we can get 10. So, okay, so the deal with her is 1, 2, 3, 4. And then if you end your combo not at 5, you get that. And he's gonna... he doesn't take any. So if you go 1, 2, 3, 4, if you don't do a 5-hit combo, then and you charge a heavy, then he can go from there. Carlos Cervea, what's going on? Now she doesn't do this. I want to end with medium attacks, and she gets that Nova Flame charge. And now he's got a Nova Flame, and we're going to take him out. Okay. So Phoenix, you do 1, 2, 3, 4, charge a heavy. With Dark Phoenix, you do medium, medium, or medium, light, medium, and get your thing. I think with him, I want to do a physical vulnerability. That was a medium ender, and that is a light ender, and then... That might is no, that's not gonna do it. That one. Okay. Yeah, we definitely got 8 likes. Let's see if we can get 2 more likes. Alright, so that's number 6. And then I'm gonna go with Captain America. I'm gonna go with Spider-Man. And I'm going to go with Dragon Man. And this will be the last fight with rank 1s. And then I'm going to go to my big dudes. All right, those are fights we want to do. Those are definitely fights we want to do. We want to keep knocking him down. Because that gets rid of his dumb charges. And it gets me charges. Alright. Come on, dude. He's eventually going to do it. There he goes. Boom. And then there goes his tokens. And this is unblockable. Boom, boom. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Yeah, you got to knock him down to get rid of his tokens. If he has tokens, he auto-blocks. Okay, we're going to heavy a couple of times here to get these taunts on. Nice. No crits, though. Okay, we'll do it 3 times. There we go. There was a crit. And there we go. A slow and a... It was a decelerate. And a debilitate. And there's some taunts. Alright, now he's gone. Okay. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Don't forget to hit that like button. That's really super important. Alright. We got that. That was lucky. And we got an so we want to get her in the corner. Okay, this will put her in the corner, and we'll do some extra damage. Here we go. And we're going to do that all over again. Alright, nice. That's it. We're done with that then. Oh, my nose itches tonight. Don't know why. Okay, I want to do a thing here. We want to take a picture of this. I want to go all the way up here. Oh, there's a 7-star Titan crystal in there too. There's a Titan crystal. Okay, we're going to take a picture of that. That we are going to do. Okay. How far away am I from my next? We're very close. So it's Monday. This is a new arena day. All right, so we should have some. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so these are our big guys now, and then we just go from here, and it's pretty easy peasy after this for me. Okay. Heavy to get the Sunder on. And every time she puts a debuff on, they get a really short, really short Petrify. Okay. All right, she's gone. All right. She is gone. Gone. Right, let's go. Let's get that on. Get that on again. And that'll take care of her. Okay. And we're up to here. These guys should fill up my daily thingamajigger very fast. All right. Bastion is the ultimate onslaught counter. Just remember that. But he's also super good against mutants. So I rank forward him right away. All right. We're not going to do... We're going to do some crits, but we're not going to do any bleed damage here, unfortunately. All right, boom, 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 boom. I always end up on a medium with him. All right, easy peasy. All right, we got 9 likes. We got 1 more to go. Somebody hit that like button out there. Red Skull, Spider-Woman, Human Torch. These are all rank 4s, by the way. I have 11 rank 4s now. The July 4th stuff was really good to me. Now, the only problem with doing Red Skull against Storm is shock immune, and Red Skull does most of his good damage from shocks. So I'm going to switch these guys around. She does some energy attacks, so if she hits Human Torch, it'll smolder him. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a 1. So every 5 hits, Spider-Woman gets a Fury. Charge the heavy, go. That was nice. Charge the heavy, go. And I watched the little parry clock in the corner. Ooh, I barely got that off. Okay, that was nice. All right, excellent. Oh, come on. We only got 1 more to go. 1 more like. Everybody smash that like button. All right. And I like to get 4 or 5 million points on the first day for this. I should start with Summoner's Trial. And I got to do a Summoner's Trial arena infinite streak video, and that's for beginning players who don't know how to do an infinite streak, because that's a really important part of your account if you really want to progress far in this game. All right, we just get the 10. Got it. Awesome. Thank you, whoever that was. if you want your account to progress, you need to have units, and you need to have a way of getting units, and you need to have a way of getting units for free. And this is the way to do that. Right here, the arena. And Summoner's Trial is the first one that you can do, so you need to figure out how to do an infinite streak in Summoner's Trial. Okay. Let's get to 3 million, and I'm going to check my milestones again. All right, that is perfect. Jean Grey is so smoking awesome. So awesome. She went to rank 4 as well. My Iceman is not a rank 4. Watch this. Well, bam. That was a lot of damage. Okay. Now I want her to heavy me and break my shield. Boom. Boom. Watch this. Wham. That's why Red Guardian is awesome. Infinite streak. You don't know what an infinite streak is? I'm on an infinite streak right now. All right, let's get some rewards. And let's see where we are. All right. And let's see. Okay, we got one more. We're almost there. We're almost there. Okay, we got that. And I am on those. We got to build those back up. I've used most of those because we ranked everybody up. All right, we're back to here. Infinite streak in the arena is what we're talking about. You need to be able to do that to get... Like, I have 58,000 units. And there's a reason I have that, because I do arena a lot. I can get up to 6,000 units per month doing various things in this game. And arena is a big part of that. Out of that 6,000 units... What was that there? Arena is probably... I would say arena is probably 80% of that. But if you did all 3 arenas every iteration, there's 2 iterations of the arenas every week. If you did all of those, you would easily be getting 4,000 units a month. Oh, well, there you go. So I do need to do that video then. Which arena crystals do you opt for? I always get the regular ones. All right, did that get us something? That did, okay. So before I claim that, we are at 0 points right now. And this, if I claim that, should get me 465 points. So let's claim it. And it's going to ask me if I want the attack boost, yes. And it's going to ask me if I want the Titan crystals, yes. And now we should have some points. And we do. Okay, we just got points on the board. We need 500. So tomorrow we'll have some points. So it looks like enough people have done arena stuff to have gotten those milestones. And maybe some people did some raid stuff. Yeah. So if you do the arena correctly, you can get what's called the infinite streak, where you don't get a death match. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom, boom, done. Okay. And you'll get way past... Come at me. There you go. Ah, you suck, dude. And you'll get way past 25. But you just have to understand the dynamics of the arena and how it works.
But yes, I get the regular arena crystals, always the regular ones. And we're okay. We got to, and I'm going to show you how this works now because when I get over 100,000 battle chips, I go in and I get arena crystals. And the reason that I do, here it is right here. The reason I do regular ones is I did a video a long time ago that I got 1 million battle chips, 1 million, and I took 500,000 and I spent them on uncollected arena, and I took 500,000 and I spent them on regular arena. And I looked at the statistics of what I got, and there really isn't any difference. For spending that amount, I got about 200 units out of I gotta fix my camera here. All right, there we go. So I got about 200 units out of the irregular arena crystals, and I got about 200 units out of the uncollected for all the iterations of crystals that I got. I got about 200,000 gold out of the regular and about 200,000 gold out of the uncollected for 500,000 battle chips. So what I found was if I did different chunks, I got varying amounts, and that's an average. It's an average number of units. But the variability was a lot less in the regular arena crystal, so that's why I bought that statistically. So let me go in here. I'm gonna get 100,000 because I always get 100,000, and for 100,000, I should get about 200 units. On average. Sometimes it's going to be higher, sometimes it's going to be lower. So we're going to open 50. So there's 15. There's 15. So this is going to be one of those times. There's 75. Hopefully it'll go over 100. 90. So this is going to be one of those times where I get a lot less. A lot less. So we only got 90 out of that. But that's basically how I do it. We get it like that. So let's do another round of this. So that's why I do those crystals, because personally I just don't think that the uncollected ones or the other ones, the Thronebreaker ones, are even worth it because they're just too expensive. Oh, he just destroyed her. They're just too expensive. In my opinion, they're just too expensive. Oh, what? I parried that. Come on. Dude. Dude. Alright. Alright, now we need to parry him. Come on. Alright. Fine. Now we need to parry him. No, fine. Okay, he's gone. Didn't get the parry. That's okay. Come on. Heavy. Got it. Pause everything. The parry is just not working. There it goes. Okay. That sucks. Alright. Alright, we're at 4 million. We got some units. We're at 58. So I want to get back up to 60,000. That's my goal, is always to stay right around 60,000. We will definitely be at 60,000 for our next major event, which is going to be Cyber Weekend. All right, that is the stream I got for everybody tonight. I appreciate everybody tuning in, and I will catch everybody later.